Hello everybody, this is lecture number 1, Hematology, part 2. In part 1, we explained the component of blood and the main functions of the RBC. And now we complete our lecture. RBC or erythrocytes contain a substance known hemoglobin, which has the power of combination reversibly with oxygen. This is the range of normal values of RBCs in male and this in female. If the number become less than 4.5 million per cubic millimeter in male, and if the number of RBCs become less than 3.9 in female, this called anemia. إذا العدد كان أقل من 4.5 مليون خلية RBC لكل 1 سنتيمتر مكعب أو لكل 1 سنتيمتر أو مليمتر من الدم، كل 1 سي من الدم في الرجال، وأقل من 3.9 عند النساء، هذا يسمى أنيميا بشكل عام. If the number is more than 6.5 or more than 5.6 in female, this called polycythemia. Polycythemia. This is the normal number of RBCs in a blood vessel. But here, the number of RBCs in a patient suffering from anemia. Look the differences between anemia and polycythemia. Anemia decreasing in number of RBCs. Polycythemia meaning increasing in the number of RBCs. And this is, of course, abnormal cases. In anemia, the patient will suffer or suffering from hardness in the breathing, also here. In polycythemia, also the patient suffering from the headache, because the RBC pressed on the walls of blood vessels. Red blood cells, so their function is carrying the oxygen. You can look, there is a white blood cells between the RBCs. the function of white BC mainly defenses against infections, and also we can see platelets, which is the main function of platelets, of course, to clot the blood. Now we can explain what are the types of leukocytes and what are the functions, the main functions of white BC in a human, of course. Other question, compare between white blood cells and RBCs. Leukocytes or white blood cells are much fewer in their number. So, the number of white blood cells is less than the number of RBCs. عدد كريات الدم البيض هو أقل من عدد كريات الدم الحمر. There are several different forms of leukocytes. هناك أنواع عديدة منها. granulocyte or agranulo and agranulocytes. Each of type have different functions. Leukocytes are nucleated cells تحتوي على نواة، والنواة عادة في معظم الأنواع تكون مفصصة أو غير مفصصة إلى آخره. In RBC, non-nucleated. So the differences between white BC and RBC. RBC non-nucleated, but white BC nucleated cells. The normal range of white blood cells from 4,000 to 11,000 cells per cubic millimeter. But the number of RBCs ranged between this and this in male and female in million. Okay? This range is in male and human or this range is the same in men and women. Of course in adults. هذا العدد هو نفسه بالنسبة للرجال والنساء، تتساوى عدد كريات الدم البيض، بينما كريات الدم الحمر عند الرجال تكون أكثر من عدد كريات الدم الحمر عند النساء، ولأسباب فسيولوجية. The function of leukocytes is act as one of the body defenses. For example, in phagocytosis, عملية البلعمة, ingestion of bacteria and other harmful particles. تبتلع البكتيريا وجزيئات أخرى ضارة. Producing antibodies, engulfment by phagocytosis, etc., etc. So the main function of white BC is